Hiya, welcome back to Gam's Drams, number 6, and it's heavily peated Kilkerran, batch 12. I don't think I've got batch 11. I love these, absolutely love these. Let's get a drink of water. I've just done the long row before this, although they'll go out separately. I've just done the two of them together. Now, don't know what these come in at, but they're no expensive. That'll do us. I'm not going to get much of a taste with them, but never mind. Kilkerran, heavily peated. I think you can see, you might not be able to see, I've got lots of Kilkerrans and I've got all the peated ones. The only one I didn't open was batch 1. I opened and finished batch 2 and 3. I've still got 5, 6 and 7 all opened. Don't see the point, all opened. But there is a point because I can compare them. And they're certainly getting better. I thought 5 was a good one. If I remember, there was one of them was outstanding. But they're cracking the peated whiskies. So let's have a wee look at this. I'm not going to look at the notes. I'm not going to look at the notes on that. I'm just going to... I've drunk enough Kilkerrans to have an idea what I'm looking for. Nice bead. Holding, moving slowly. Right, let's have a wee look at this. Now what am I expecting? I'm expecting a good bit of peat here. And yet, it's there. It's not massively. It's not heavily peated, as in heavily peated. I've always thought that, you know, in the nose, I've never thought there's bourbon. I'm getting other things through the peat, so the peat's not dictating. It's quite florally. Let me try and think. Give that a wee sugar and let's see what's coming through. Let's try and get past this peat, which is difficult. It's quite fudgy, quite chocolatey, not got any spice. I would say chocolate and fudge without a doubt. Now let's give it a wee sugar and let's see what we've got in the palate, which is the most important thing. Interesting. Really interesting. When you sip this at first, where's the peat? And then it just slowly builds. And sometimes when it's heavily peated on the nose and you drink it, you get that peat blast. You're not getting that peat blast here. I don't know whether I've got enough in the glass. It's now taking over the palate. It's lovely, but you need to like peated whiskies to like these, and it's dominating. The peat is dominating whatever it is. There's a lovely musky taste. There's a lovely funky taste, and the peat's covering it, but it's fudgy and it's creamy. Okay, now let's see what they're saying. Have they said anything what I've said? Well, they're saying caramel, damp, earthy peat. But that's peat, it's all peat, but they're saying caramel. Brandy snaps, no for me. Savoury, it is savoury, it's very savoury. And it's got a gentle finish with lemon, sherbet, wee bit, no much. is it as good as, no, I don't know. It's hard when you only pour a wee, I've made a big bloomer here. The only way to describe this, when it hits the palate, and you've got a certain amount of peat. It's not a bang and then it just slowly, as it covers the palate, the peat rises, and the peat rises, and the peat rises, and it rises, and then you've got this funky through your palate. That's interesting. That's a really, really interesting dram. Really interesting. Might buy a bottle. I don't know, I've got that many. Peated whiskey, Kilkerran. Peated. I don't know whether it's it, it's not it. So anyway, that's the pack. That's the interesting. Hazelburn, they were all nice. They were all pretty good. The Springbank vintage was the one I really wanted to try. Would I pay £500 for it? Probably. The long raw. It's really, really nice. The Pinot Noir and the bourbon, the marriage is just correct. I think I've got that beautiful. Kilkerran bourbon. I've just missed that. There's a wee bit of sherry at the end of that. That looks like 90%, 80% bourbon with a little bit of sherry in it, and I'm not getting the sherry. Maybe that's why it's a little bit mellow. But anyway, hopefully you'll watch this, and it'll be interesting what the experts say on the 17th. I'm going to say something. I've actually found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've found them all quite good. And I've always said, when you get a fleet, you should not like them all. There should be one in that fleet that you don't like, because your palate's different. I've always said that. And then when you see these companies doing these fleet, oh, that number 1's lovely, number 2's lovely, number 3's lovely, and they're all lovely. And I always say that's quite impossible. However, in this occasion, there's no a bad one among them. My palate suits them. I love Hazelburn. I love local barley. The Kilkerran is nice. The Springbank fine. So there's no really for me, which I find unusual when I do a fleet like that. I've not found one that I don't agree with. They're all nice drams, to be perfectly honest. The 6 of them. So be interesting what they say on the 17th. Thanks for watching Gav's Drams. I've got an idea, and I've got certain guys that write in all the time, and I would like your opinion on it. I was actually going to do a review in the books I've got. So sit with a dram, enjoy the dram, and go through all the books I've got since I started drinking whiskey in 2006, and I've got a lot of books, and telling you what I think of these books. Would that be appropriate for a Gav's Drams? I've got some really good books, some interesting books, I've got some boring books, and I was thinking of maybe doing a review, Gav's books, to see what people think. Would that be acceptable? So the guys that write on all the time, you know who you are. Tell me what you think. Would that be acceptable? Gav's books. And tell you why I like these books. what information I get for these books, why I don't really like that book, what I think's wrong with it, whatever. So that's what I was thinking of doing, so who knows. It's just another idea to make something different. Thanks for watching Gab's Drams. Thank you Springbank for the pack, but again, as I say, the Cadenhead stuff I get free. This I've paid for. I want to make that perfectly clear. I paid £40 for this. I wish I'd bought two. Thank you very much. See you in a bit. Cheers.